Okay, the first one thing is just find the surface area of a sphere with a diameter of 76 centimeters. So if my diameter is 76, your radius is just going to be 76 divided by 2. And I really did fail to say on the previous page, if you're going to have a radius, you're still going to have a diameter of a sphere. You're still going to have tangent lines, you can have tangent planes, you can still have secants. All those type of things can still actually hold true and be very helpful for us when we work with spheres. So now you just have to write your formula down, just like before. You get 4 pi, the radius squared. I get 4 times pi. My radius is going to be 38. When you square it, you should get a large number there, my friends. You should probably get 4 times pi, and I think that's 1,444. You multiply that by 4, you're going to get 5,776 pi square centimeters, and there's your surface area. So pretty easy to calculate. Now let's look at the next one here. There's a couple different ways of doing this one. And one's real easy, but you'd have to listen real careful to what I did on the other side. Or we could have a little bit longer way. So I'm going to actually do the long way first. The first one says find the surface area of a sphere with a great circle. So that means here's your great circle, okay? Has the area of 49 pi square miles. And they want to know the surface area of that. So here's my great circle, has a 49 pi square miles, but I want to know the sphere's surface area. Well, I'm going to have to use the fact that area of a circle is pi r squared. So when I do that, I can go 49 pi is equal to pi r squared. Notice if I divide by pi, I get radius squared is equal to 49, and so my radius would equal 7. So then I just plug into my surface area formula, 4 pi r squared. I get 4 pi times 7 squared. So 7 squared is 49. 49 times 4 is 196 pi square miles. Now that's how you find the surface area. We kind of use a work backwards problem to do that, and that happens quite a bit. However, the other way you could have done this is the fact that I told you 4 great circles cover the surface of a sphere. So you could have just gone 4 times 49 pi, and it would have been 196 pi square miles. So either way would really have worked. Just do the method that works best for you, but basically it's probably not a bad habit to be looking for the radius every single time. Alright, next one. This is find the surface area of a sphere that has a diameter of 68 millimeters. So again, I have to calculate my radius first, which is going to give me 34. Alright, now just write your formula down. 4 pi times the radius squared. Plug and chug it in. So first square the 34, and for some of you it is okay to write this step down. Then multiply it times the 4, and so I get 4,624 pi square millimeters. Pretty easy stuff for us to get. Alright, now next we're going to be doing the volume. And volume is not hard. Volume, though, just requires us to make sure we put it in our formula correctly. So remember, the volume formula for a sphere is 4 pi r cubed over 3. So if I plug it in and they give me the diameter is 24, I know my radius is 12. So I get 4 pi times 12 cubed over 3. Now here's a hint for those of you, whether do you leave it as a fraction or not. If 3 can go into any number on top, so basically if it can go into the radius, the number inside the radius being squared, at least once, you know you're not going to have a fraction for an answer. But if it cannot go into this number, it will be a fraction for an answer. So first of all, you're going to want to cube the 12 and then multiply it by 4, and you're going to get on this one, multiply it by 4 and then divide it by 3, and you're going to get 2,304 pi, and don't forget to label correctly, cubic inches. So label, okay, make sure you're very careful with that. Now the next one is, how do I find the volume of a hemisphere? For some people it's better to find the volume of the sphere and divide it in half, or for others I actually do it with formulas, because I know the volume on a hemisphere is just half a sphere. So I literally would go 1/2 the volume of the sphere. If I do that, 1/2 of 4 ends up being what? 2. So I get 2 pi r cubed over 3. Or you could have had just 4 pi r cubed over 6. It would still work. And then I plug in what my radius is. So I get 2 pi times 15 cubed all over 3. Now look at that radius. It is divisible by 3, so I know I will have not a fraction for an answer. So I get 2,250 pi cubic meters. Now someone said, well, you didn't say leave it in terms of pi. If I don't tell you, leave it in terms of pi. All right, we have just a few more questions we're going to do on the other side.